right. So in theory, everyone now is looking at a bunch of slides that probably look familiar from past webinars. So I'm going to run through them real quick just so we can get started with our presenters today. So just a reminder, my name is Toby. I work up here in Philadelphia at a place called Lutheran Settlement House. Excited to be a member of NAMEN, North American Men Engaged Network. Excited to get going with today's Community of Practice meeting. So it's a reminder of where NAMEN comes from and the Men Engage Alliance nationally and internationally. Like I said, I'm just going to keep it quick if we can. If you haven't had a chance yet, hover your mouse over the bottom of the screen and you should get an option to open up the chat box. Feel free to type your name in there, what's going on for you, and like Craig just mentioned, something that you're working on, if anything, with regards to Me Too and responding to it, to try and kick it over in the group together about what's up. Also down there, you should see an option to raise your hand. So if you'd like to say something, feel free to do that. Or if you're on the phone and don't have that option, you can hit *6 to unmute yourself and just chime in when you need to. Last thing, again, just we're recording this session, so keep that in mind as you participate or choose not to. A couple ground rules, same as last time. Be nice, that's the main one. Everyone's line is muted right now. You have control to unmute yourself. On the computer, you can find it again in that same taskbar, or on the phone, it's *6. Please, we want to encourage folks to participate, but if you're seeing yourself participate a lot, feel free to take a step back. We might send you a private chat to ask you to do so if you haven't taken the initiative yourself. But ask a lot of questions. All the presenters are here with us today, ready to talk about it. So ask verbally or in the chat box. Quick reminder, this is number 3, so we're getting to immediate applications. What can we do now in response to Me Too with men taking action to the next level? Here's our objectives. Again, just trying to address the issues brought up by Me Too, figure out how we can work together across the country, across the world to respond well, and then take those efforts beyond the individual level up to what are some policies and political actions that can happen. And we want to help encourage the creation of a community of practice here, so where we can support each other. So if you hear someone say something and you want to know more, feel free to connect with each other in the chat box, send private messages back and forth. You can take that conversation out of this space as well. So what can we do now? That's what we're going for. What are the applications and activities that we can get to right away? What are the purposes for our actions? How are we going to move forward? So sharing with us today for the next chunk of this, after this intro, we're going to have 3 presenters. After each one, we're going to give a little bit of time for Q&A. So if you can hold your question till they're done, feel free, or type it into the chat box. Because of time, since we've got so many folks and we really want to get to it, we're going to forego the go around. But again, chat box, say hi in there. And just a real quick, here's the 3 folks joining us. So first we're going to have a presentation by Chuck Derry, then Alan, and then Henrik. So all talking about their particular contexts around doing men's work, taking it from the personal change to policy change with Chuck. Again, talking about that systemic view with Alan, and then Henrik's going to talk about their after Me Too conversations in Sweden. So I ran through that super fast. Again, Craig is going to be helping out monitoring that chat box. If that was too quick for you, throw a question in there. And Chuck, is this too soon for you to get started?